Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bernal from the BTNHD, and yes, I'm super excited because today we're doing a hands-on review on Lenovo's all-in-one Y910, which is actually classified as a gaming desktop, and I mean, it is a beast. So let's get to it. Okay, so what makes the Y910 a beast? The specifications. This guy is actually running a 3.4 gigahertz i7 processor. It's pretty cool because if you go inside the BIOS, you're able to upgrade or enable the boost feature to get up to 4.0. And if you overclock the processor, you could probably get 5.0 if you do it correctly. Now, this machine is actually running the latest NVIDIA GTX 1080 Founders Edition 8 gigs graphics card, which is actually VR ready. How cool is that? Now, this particular unit that Lenovo sent me only has 16 gigs, but the max of memory is 32 gigs. It's basically the same specs that you would get on a desktop or if you're building your own PC. Now, for storage, it comes with 2 hard drives, which is pretty awesome. For your primary hard drive, you're going to get a non-volatile memory express solid-state drive, which is about 256 gigs. And for raw storage, you're going to get a 2 terabyte SATA hard drive, which is awesome. Primary operating system is Windows 10 Home Edition, which is okay. You're kind of stuck with Windows 10, but it's okay. For the display size, as you can see, it is a monster. It is a 27-inch Quad HD IPS matted display. The resolution is about 2560 by 1440, which is right on. Beautiful. Lenovo does classify this display as edgeless, not completely, but if you look closely in the monitor, like on the top and the sides, it's kind of like it bleeds. It's like edgeless. It's pretty awesome. The only thing that's not edgeless is the bottom part because of the speaker system. Now, the speaker system on the Y910 is a 7.1 channel Dolby audio. Okay, so the Y910 has a lot of ports, so let's get to it. On the closest side to me, you're basically going to get the HDMI in switch button. This allows you to switch your Y910 to a standalone monitor, which we're actually going to test that out, so stay tuned. Right next to it, you're going to have your power supply. That's your power button. And this guy right here in the back is your security lock to keep it locked down. On the back side, this is where you see all the standard stuff that you're going to use a lot. You have your Killer Shot Pro Ethernet jack. Cool. You have your 2 HDMI ports right here. Again, the reason that you have 2 HDMI ports is one, you could hook up an external monitor. You can have 2 monitors hooked up to this. It's kind of rare because, again, you have 27 inches of awesomeness. But if you're a person like me that streams and you like to have a second monitor to have your OBS or your capture software on another screen while your primary screen is basically your gaming, you could do it that way. And the second HDMI is for converting it into a standalone monitor, which we're actually going to test it out pretty soon. Right next to it, you're going to get 2.0 USB ports. On the next side, this is where you're going to get a lot of ports. Now, Lenovo gives you 4 3.0 USB ports, and all the way in the bottom right here is the only one that is a on-to-go charge, meaning that you can have the system turned off, plug in your device, and it could charge it while it's off, which is cool. You have your SD card reader right here. You have your combo audio jack, which allows you to hook up your headphone, which has a mic. And if your headset does not have a mic system, you could just hook it up on that port right there, which is pretty cool. This right here is your DVD recordable, which is really rare. I don't recommend, if you do purchase this and you kind of customize it, you're able to customize the memory and the storage device and all that stuff. I would say not get the DVD recordable. It's one of those things that is like really rare. You're not going to use it. Everything is digital. Everything is online. If you do need it, hey, go for it. Purchase it. Get the customization with the DVD recordable, right? Now, one of the cool things about the Y910, it comes with an Intel Realsense 3D camera, which is this guy right here. It's a cool, nice mechanism, the way that they build it within the Y910, because it's very private. One of my main concerns about this camera feature is that the springs, eventually, when you're constantly putting it up and down, the springs inside are going to wear out. and it's not going to be as sturdy. It's going to get real loose. The red part right here in the top is kind of glued, so I kind of see that in the future being removed the more that you use it. I don't really know why that's there, but it's there, I guess, for a guard. At the bottom of the beautiful 27-inch display, you're going to have your speaker system, which is right here. Again, it's being powered by a 7.1 channel Dolby Audio with two 5 watts Harman speakers, which are cool. Underneath, what keeps this beautiful Y910 stable is this V-shaped metal stand. I think when I did the unboxing for you guys, I screwed it in. You got to make sure you screw it in tight, because if you don't, it's one of those things that your machine could tilt forward or tilt back, and you don't really want that. You just want to keep it nice and stable. Now for the power supply, where you're going to insert the power cable, you would think that this guy is actually in the back of the monitor, but they placed it within the stand, the actual stand of the computer. This guy right here, which is pretty cool, really neat, really sleek, and I kind of enjoy that the power supply is actually there. Now, a cool feature that I like about the Y910 is that Lenovo thought about us gamers, especially us gamers that love to use headphone sets. They provided this nice little mechanism that if you just click, you could hang your headphones on the side, which is pretty cool. I don't recommend putting too much force into it because it's really easy to bend or break. Alright, so let's test out the speakers. So the speakers are awesome. They're very loud. I did notice when I was testing it out, when I hit 100%, it was a little scratchy. But it's really common for these desktops to get kind of scratchy noise when you're like maxing it out. But the sound is amazing. Again, the speakers are at the bottom of the display. I have iTunes. I'm going to play Captain from the YouTube audio library. And right now I have it about 10%. Okay? And we are going to hit the space bar. That's 10%. And I'm going to do a function and F3 to raise the volume to 20. Let's do 50. That's 50. Oh yeah. Now let's boost it up to 100%. Alright, so that's 100%. Now if you listen closely to the audio, you're probably going to get a little bit of hiss, and you're probably going to get a little scratching noise. That's 100%, but to 50% you get clear, beautiful sound, which is pretty awesome for the Y910. So what's up with the display? Again, it's 27-inch of Quad HD with a resolution of 2560 by 1440. It is IPS matte display. I have a lot of lighting fixtures during this recording, and no shine. Look at that. How awesome is that? I love displays with matte technology on it. The glossy ones suck because you get all that shine. It does get kind of dirty with fingerprints, so I hardly try to touch the screen. But again, it's awesome, great. Now, one of the cool things that I like about the Y910 is that you could convert it into a standalone monitor. Like right now, I have my HDMI cable hooked up to the in port, HDMI in, and I have my Surface right here, and I'm just gonna plug in. So I'm just gonna plug it in, and if everything goes well, this guy normally detects it automatically. The only time this detects it if you insert the HDMI in the back. So let me go in the back. I'm gonna remove the HDMI cable. Okay, it's removed. And I'm going to plug it back in. See, it automatically picks it up. And there goes my Surface. I got my Surface Pen. I am going to just click here. And hello, YouTube. Burrs. BTNHD. Cool. All right. So, again, there's two ways that you could do it. You could wait until you have your cable set up, then you plug it in directly into the Y910. It would pick it up quickly. If you already have the cable already inserted, and then you plug it into the device that you want to extend to this monitor. All you have to do on your left-hand side, if you're facing the Y910, again, the left-hand side is where the power button is at. Right on top of the power button, you're going to get the HDMI in switch button. Just press that, and then you're good to go. Now, if I press it, it's going to switch off and then go back into the desktop mode of the Y910. If you click on it again, it's going to try to auto-detect. It's going to pick it up, and there you go. How awesome is that? Now, Lenovo's Y910 all-in-one unit is kind of considered to be toolless for certain parts. Okay, not all the parts are toolless. The parts that you could configure and upgrade right away with no tools in hand is the graphics processor, your hard drive, and your memory. Okay, so upgrading the parts are really simple. So on the back side, you're going to see this nice little Y logo. And if you press on one of the sides, it's going to click. And this guy, it's not, I thought automatically it would drop, or you just press it and it will open. But if you just click on it, and then you just press down to release, there you go. Now this section is your graphics processor. And they have this little screw thing with the handle. All you got to do is just screw it. And then you take it and then you pull out. Now, please, please, take my word. It is a pain in the butt putting this graphics card back. It is hard to put it back. It's easy to remove it, but it's hard to take it out. Now, on the very top, you're going to have two cables. One cable is a display cable, and the other one is a HDMI cable. So you got to make sure when you're pulling it out, you're sliding it this way. Okay, so pull to take it out of the slot. Okay, the PCIe slot, and then you pull it this way. If not, the HDMI and the display cable is going to get bent while those two cables are inside the graphics card, and you're screwed. This little slot right here is your memory compartment. So if you just pull, there goes your memory compartment. How awesome is that? Again, you could go up to 32 gigs. I believe you only got 2 slots, so you could get a 16 to 16. That will max it out to 32 gigs. On the other side, the same thing. You press on the top of the Y, and then you pull down. It's really hard to pull down. There you go. Lenovo recommends that you place the all-in-one on top of a cloth and then do this. I'm so used to doing it while it's standing up. Okay, so we have our 2 terabyte hard drive on this side right here. And then on top right here, this is where we have our NVMe solid state drive. If you just pull it, there it goes. How beautiful is that? 256 gigs. This is the main reason why the machine runs so fast when it's booting up and all that good stuff. I think when I did my gaming, my live stream gaming for you guys, some of the games like League of Legends, I installed it on the solid state drive. Okay, so to finish this hands-on review, guys, I have to say this Y910 all-in-one is a great machine. It has a couple of cons which I did not mention, which I'm going to mention right now. And one of them is a huge problem for me, and I noticed it during my testing. The machine was running. Nothing was running. No Windows updates. There was no applications running. I wasn't playing any games. I wasn't doing anything. And this loud noise was coming from this machine, and it was the fan. The fan has a lot of issues. It's really loud. It's very inconsistent. It goes up really loud for a couple of seconds. I would say 10 to 15 seconds, and then it goes down, and then it comes back up, and it comes down, and eventually it just stays silent, and it's running like a like a little kitty, and then all of a sudden it goes up again. I don't know if that's a problem with the graphics processor or the built-in fans to keep the entire unit cool. That's a major concern to me. The retail price for it starting is about $1,500. If you get more, if you configure it a lot more, like if you get more memory, you get a better hard drive. Again, this model has a 256. You could probably get maybe the 120 or 128. I haven't really looked into the customizations of it. But the more that you put into this machine, the more expensive it's going to be. Now, the review unit only came with a standard keyboard and a standard mouse, but you are able to configure and get a mechanical keyboard from Lenovo, and as well as a gaming mouse, which is weighted, which is pretty cool. I tested out their mechanical keyboards and their weighted mouse in the past, and they're great. They feel real good. But for this unit, I just received the standard mouse and keyboard, which was okay, not that bad. I really didn't test out this little guy right here, but again, like I said earlier, my main concerns of the 3D camera, this part is pretty cool. It's very private, but the springs, I think eventually it's gonna wear out, and it's just gonna be really loose, really wobbly. Right now it's stiff, which is good, but the more that you use it, it's gonna wear out, and you're gonna see it really wobbly. This red piece right here, again, it's glued on. I see in the future, the more I use this unit, it's gonna, you know, peel off, and I have to take it out. I love the fact that it's easy to customize, even though you are only able to customize without tools. 4 things, you know, the graphics card, the memory, and the solid state drive, and the SATA hard drive. I love the display. 27 inches is right on. I really didn't see myself using it in an external monitor, but you know, it's there. The port is there for you to use it. I do love the fact that, okay, you pay $1,500 is not just a desktop. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's a desktop with all these specs. You're capable to do word processing, Excel, PowerPoint, surf the internet, edit videos, edit 4K videos, which is awesome. Do some Photoshop with no problem. But it's not only a desktop; it is a monitor. You can use it as an external monitor, which is cool. I love that. I like the little things to me, you know, kind of make me happy. I like this little feature with the headphones. I always place my headphones on the corner of the monitor, and then I have to move it to the side to see what's going on. But this right here is pretty cool. Overall, it's a good machine. There's a lot of pros, a lot of cons. One of the major cons for me is the fan noise. And hopefully you guys enjoy this hands-on review, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.